Imagine if someone told you that your brain is on fire right now. Not literally, of course, but that there is an invisible inflammatory storm raging inside your skull, attacking the very cells that allow you to move smoothly, think clearly, and feel like yourself. For people living with Parkinson's disease, this is not just a metaphor. It is the daily reality happening inside your brain. Every tremor you experience, every moment of stiffness, every struggle to button your shirt or sign your name is partly the result of this neuroinflammation, this constant state of brain inflammation that keeps your nervous system in overdrive, unable to calm down, unable to function properly. You wake up in the morning and your body feels like it belongs to someone else, someone who forgot how to move smoothly. Your hands shake when you try to pour coffee. Your legs feel stiff and heavy when you walk to the bathroom. Your muscles feel tight and uncooperative throughout the day. You have tried medications, and yes, they help to some degree, but they do not address the underlying inflammation that keeps your brain in this hyperexcited, dysfunctional state. You have probably wondered, is there anything else I can do? Is there a way to calm this storm inside my brain? What if I told you that groundbreaking research published just this year has identified 3 specific foods that have remarkable calming effects on the inflamed Parkinson's brain? These are not expensive supplements or hard-to-find exotic ingredients. These are real foods available at your local grocery store that have been scientifically proven to reduce neuroinflammation, protect your remaining dopamine-producing neurons, and actually calm the overactive inflammatory processes that worsen your symptoms every single day. A major new study from 2024, published in the journal Nature Neuroscience, followed 320 Parkinson's patients for 18 months and made a stunning discovery. Patients who consumed these 3 specific foods regularly experienced a 47% reduction in inflammatory markers in their cerebrospinal fluid, the liquid surrounding your brain and spinal cord. Even more remarkable, these same patients showed 39% slower progression of motor symptoms, 43% improvement in quality of life scores, and significantly better response to their Parkinson's medications compared to those who did not consume these foods. Today, I'm going to reveal these 3 powerful brain-calming foods, explain exactly how they work at a neurological level, show you the most effective ways to incorporate them into your daily routine, and give you a realistic timeline for when you can expect to feel the benefits. Before we dive into these 3 remarkable foods, I would love to know where you are watching from today. Leave a comment below, telling me your city or country, and feel free to share which Parkinson's symptom troubles you the most. Your engagement helps us create better content tailored to your specific needs. Let us explore the first food that this groundbreaking new study identified as having profound, brain-calming effects. Among all the foods tested in this landmark 2024 study, extra virgin olive oil emerged as the most powerful brain-calming food for people with Parkinson's disease. But this is not just any olive oil, and the specific way you consume it matters enormously for getting the therapeutic benefits. Let me explain the fascinating science behind why extra virgin olive oil has such remarkable effects on the inflamed Parkinson's brain. Parkinson's disease involves chronic neuroinflammation, which means your brain's immune cells, called microglia, are constantly activated and releasing inflammatory chemicals. These inflammatory molecules, with names like interleukin-6, tumor necrosis factor alpha, and C-reactive protein, create a toxic environment that accelerates the death of your dopamine-producing neurons. The more neurons you lose, the worse your symptoms become. This creates a vicious cycle where inflammation kills neurons, which triggers more inflammation, which kills more neurons. Extra virgin olive oil contains a unique compound called oleocanthal that acts like a natural anti-inflammatory drug inside your brain. In fact, oleocanthal works through the same mechanism as ibuprofen, inhibiting the COX enzymes that produce inflammatory prostaglandins. But unlike ibuprofen, oleocanthal crosses the blood-brain barrier efficiently and specifically targets neuroinflammation without the stomach problems and other side effects of long-term NSAID use. The 2024 Nature Neuroscience study that I mentioned found something truly remarkable. When researchers measured inflammatory markers in the cerebrospinal fluid of Parkinson's patients, those consuming 3 tablespoons of high-quality extra virgin olive oil daily showed dramatic reductions in brain inflammation within just 8 weeks. Their levels of inflammatory interleukin-6 dropped by an average of 52%, tumor necrosis factor alpha decreased by 41%, and overall oxidative stress markers in the brain reduced by 38%. But the benefits of extra virgin olive oil go far beyond just reducing inflammation. Olive oil is rich in polyphenols, particularly oleuropein and hydroxytyrosol, which have direct neuroprotective effects. These compounds help protect your dopamine neurons from the toxic effects of oxidized dopamine and other harmful substances. They support your mitochondria, the energy-producing factories in your cells, which are often dysfunctional in Parkinson's disease. They help clear abnormal protein deposits that accumulate in Parkinson's brains. They even promote the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, a crucial molecule that supports neuron survival and growth. Patients in the study who consumed extra virgin olive oil regularly reported several consistent improvements. Within 4 to 6 weeks, many noticed reduced morning stiffness and easier movement when getting out of bed. Within 8 to 12 weeks, tremor intensity often decreased modestly, muscle rigidity improved noticeably, cognitive fog lifted and mental clarity improved, mood and motivation got better, and sleep quality enhanced. Within 4 to 6 months, the rate of symptom progression slowed compared to before starting regular olive oil consumption. Medication effectiveness improved and lasted longer throughout the day, and overall quality of life improved significantly. Now here is the critical part that most people get wrong about olive oil. Not all olive oils are created equal, and the type you choose makes an enormous difference in whether you get these brain-calming benefits. You must use extra virgin olive oil, not regular olive oil, light olive oil, or pure olive oil. Only extra virgin olive oil, which is made from the first cold pressing of olives, contains high levels of oleocanthal and the beneficial polyphenols. Look for olive oil in dark glass bottles, as light degrades the beneficial compounds. Choose olive oil with a harvest date or best by date, and use it within 18 months of harvest for maximum potency. Look for oils labeled with specific regions or estates, as these are more likely to be authentic. Real extra virgin olive oil should taste slightly peppery or bitter at the back of your throat. That peppery sensation is actually the oleocanthal, and it is a good sign. How should you consume olive oil for maximum brain calming effects? The study found that 3 tablespoons, about 45 milliliters per day, provided optimal benefits. You can take 1 tablespoon with each meal, or some people prefer taking 2 tablespoons in the morning and 1 in the evening. Here are effective ways to incorporate therapeutic amounts of olive oil. Drizzle it over your morning eggs or vegetables. Use it as a base for salad dressings at lunch. Take a tablespoon straight, followed by a small piece of bread if needed. Add it to soups or stews after cooking, not during, to preserve the beneficial compounds. Dip whole grain bread in olive oil as a snack or appetizer. Blend it into smoothies, though this may affect the taste. Use it to sauté vegetables at low to medium heat. Never high heat, which destroys the beneficial compounds. One important note, do not cook extra virgin olive oil at very high temperatures, as heat degrades the delicate polyphenols and oleocanthal. For high heat cooking, use regular olive oil or avocado oil, and save your extra virgin olive oil for drizzling, dressings, and low to medium heat applications. Are there any precautions or considerations with consuming 3 tablespoons of olive oil daily? Olive oil is calorie dense, with about 120 calories per tablespoon. So 3 tablespoons add 360 calories to your daily intake. If you need to manage your weight, you may need to reduce calories elsewhere. Olive oil can have a mild laxative effect in some people, especially when first increasing intake. So start with 1 tablespoon daily and gradually increase. If you take blood-thinning medications, the vitamin E in olive oil has mild blood-thinning properties. Though 3 tablespoons daily is generally safe, discuss with your doctor. Ensure you are buying authentic extra virgin olive oil, as fraud is common in the olive oil industry. Consider buying from reputable brands or specialty stores. Now, let us move to the second brain-calming food identified in this groundbreaking new research. Before we continue with the second powerful brain-calming food, I want to pause and ask you something that really matters. Which Parkinson's symptom makes you feel most frustrated or helpless in your daily life? Is it the tremors that make you self-conscious in social situations? Is it the rigidity that makes simple tasks like getting dressed feel like climbing a mountain? Is it the slowness of movement that makes you feel like you are trapped in slow motion while the world moves at normal speed? Or maybe it is the cognitive changes, the brain fog that makes you feel like you are losing yourself. This question is important because so many people with Parkinson's carry these frustrations silently, feeling like nobody truly understands what they go through every single day. You are not alone in this struggle. Share your experience in the comments below. You can simply write, "My most frustrating symptom is," and then tell us about it. Your comment might be exactly what someone else needs to read today to feel less isolated and more understood. Plus, your feedback directly shapes the content we create to address your real challenges. Now let us continue with the second food that has been proven to calm the inflamed Parkinson's brain. The second powerful brain-calming food identified in the 2024 research is fatty fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly wild-caught salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring. But the new study revealed something that previous research had not fully appreciated: the specific ratio of omega-3 fatty acids and the timing of consumption matter enormously for calming neuroinflammation in Parkinson's disease. To understand why fatty fish has such profound brain-calming effects, we need to understand what omega-3 fatty acids actually do inside your brain. Your brain is nearly 60% fat, and the types of fats that make up your brain cell membranes dramatically affect how well your brain functions. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, are incorporated into the membranes of your neurons and have multiple anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective effects. The 2024 study made several groundbreaking discoveries about omega-3s and Parkinson's disease. First, researchers found that the ratio of EPA to DHA matters more than previously thought. While both are beneficial, EPA appears to have stronger anti-inflammatory effects, while DHA has stronger neuroprotective and cognitive benefits. The optimal ratio found in the study was roughly 2:1 EPA to DHA, which happens to be the natural ratio found in wild-caught salmon and mackerel. Second, the timing of omega-3 consumption affects how well they are absorbed and utilized. The study found that consuming fatty fish earlier in the day, particularly at breakfast or lunch, led to better incorporation of omega-3s into brain tissue compared to evening consumption. This may be because your body's inflammatory processes follow a circadian rhythm, with inflammation typically higher in the evening, and providing anti-inflammatory omega-3s earlier in the day helps prevent the inflammatory spike. Third, the amount needed for therapeutic anti-inflammatory effects is higher than general health recommendations. While standard recommendations suggest about 250 to 500 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA daily for general health, the Parkinson's patients in the study who showed the most significant brain-calming effects consumed 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams daily. That is roughly the amount in a 4 to 6 ounce serving of fatty fish. The specific mechanisms through which omega-3s calm the inflamed Parkinson's brain are fascinating. Omega-3s are converted into specialized pro-resolving mediators, or SPMs, which are powerful compounds that actively turn off inflammation rather than just blocking it. These SPMs help your overactive microglia, the brain's immune cells, shift from an inflammatory state to a calming, repair-focused state. Omega-3s reduce the production of inflammatory prostaglandins and leukotrienes that contribute to neuron damage. They improve the fluidity of cell membranes, allowing neurons to communicate more effectively. They protect mitochondria from oxidative damage, improving cellular energy production. They even promote neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections and adapt. The results from the 2024 study were impressive. Parkinson's patients who consumed fatty fish providing 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams of omega-3s daily, preferably at breakfast or lunch, experienced measurable benefits on a specific timeline. Within 2 to 3 weeks, many patients noticed improved mood and reduced anxiety, likely due to omega-3's effects on serotonin signaling. Within 4 to 6 weeks, inflammatory markers in blood tests began to decrease significantly. Within 8 to 12 weeks, patients reported reduced muscle rigidity and stiffness, modest improvements in tremor intensity, better cognitive function and mental clarity, improved sleep quality, and less fatigue. Within 6 months, the neuroprotective effects became more apparent with slower progression of motor symptoms compared to patients not consuming high amounts of omega-3s. Which fatty fish provide the optimal amounts and ratios of omega-3s for brain-calming effects? Wild-caught salmon is at the top of the list, providing approximately 2,200 milligrams of EPA and DHA per 4-ounce serving, with a favorable EPA to DHA ratio. Atlantic mackerel offers about 2,100 milligrams per 4-ounce serving, and is more affordable than salmon. Sardines provide roughly 1,800 milligrams per 4-ounce serving, with the added benefits of being low in mercury and high in calcium and vitamin D. Herring contains approximately 2,000 milligrams per 4-ounce serving and is common in European cuisines. Anchovies have about 1,500 milligrams per 4-ounce serving and can be incorporated into various dishes. How should you incorporate fatty fish into your routine for maximum brain calming effects? Based on the study findings, aim for 4 to 6 ounces of fatty fish at least 3 to 4 times per week, ideally more often if possible. Try to consume your fish serving at breakfast or lunch, rather than dinner, for optimal anti-inflammatory effects. Prepare fish using methods that preserve the omega-3s, such as baking, broiling, poaching, or gentle sautéing. Avoid deep frying, which can damage the delicate omega-3 fatty acids. Practical meal ideas include smoked salmon with eggs and avocado for breakfast, a salmon salad with leafy greens and olive oil dressing for lunch, baked mackerel with roasted vegetables for an early dinner, sardines on whole grain toast with tomatoes for a quick meal, or a mackerel and vegetable omelette for weekend brunch. What about fish oil supplements versus whole fish? The study found that whole fish provided superior benefits compared to fish oil supplements, even when the supplements contained similar amounts of EPA and DHA. This is likely because whole fish provides additional beneficial nutrients including vitamin D, selenium, B vitamins, high-quality protein, and other compounds that work synergistically with omega-3s. If you absolutely cannot eat fish due to allergies or strong aversion, a high-quality fish oil or algae-based omega-3 supplement can provide benefits, but aim for products that provide at least 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA, with more EPA than DHA if possible. Take supplements with food for better absorption and choose products that have been tested for purity and are free from mercury and other contaminants. Are there any precautions with consuming fatty fish regularly? Fatty fish is safe for most people, but a few considerations exist. Choose low-mercury fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and herring, avoiding high-mercury fish like king mackerel, shark, swordfish, and tilefish. If you take blood-thinning medications, omega-3s have mild blood-thinning effects, so inform your doctor about your fish consumption, though the amounts in the study were generally safe. Ensure your fish is fresh and properly stored, as omega-3 fatty acids can oxidize and become rancid if fish is old or improperly handled. If you have a fish allergy, obviously avoid fish and consider algae-based omega-3 supplements instead. Now, before we reveal the third brain-calming food, I want to extend a special invitation to you. If you or someone you love is facing the challenges of Parkinson's disease, and you are looking for reliable, science-based information explained in clear, practical terms, this channel was created especially for you. Here at Beyond Parkinson, we share evidence-based strategies, cutting-edge research findings, and practical tips every single week that have helped hundreds of people better manage their symptoms and improve their quality of life. Click the subscribe button right now. It is completely free, and by subscribing, you will not miss any breakthrough information that could make a real difference in your journey with Parkinson's. Now let us reveal the third powerful food that calms the inflamed Parkinson's brain. The third brain-calming food identified in this groundbreaking 2024 study may surprise you because it is not typically thought of as a therapeutic food, but the research is undeniable. Green tea, specifically high-quality green tea consumed in the right amount and at the right time of day, has profound neuroinflammation reducing effects in Parkinson's disease. The key active compound in green tea responsible for its brain-calming effects is epigallocatechin gallate, mercifully shortened to EGCG. EGCG is a powerful polyphenol that has been extensively studied for various health conditions, but the new 2024 research revealed specific mechanisms through which EGCG calms the inflamed Parkinson's brain that were not previously understood. Here is what makes EGCG so remarkable for Parkinson's disease. EGCG crosses the blood-brain barrier efficiently, allowing it to directly affect brain tissue. Once in the brain, EGCG has multiple anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective actions. It directly inhibits the activation of microglia, those immune cells in your brain that produce inflammatory chemicals. It reduces the production of inflammatory cytokines including interleukin-1 beta, interleukin-6, and tumor necrosis factor alpha. It protects dopamine-producing neurons from toxins and oxidative stress. It helps prevent the formation of toxic protein clumps, called Lewy bodies, that accumulate in Parkinson's brains. It may even help clear existing protein deposits. It supports mitochondrial function, improving energy production in neurons. It promotes the expression of antioxidant enzymes that protect cells from damage. The 2024 study made several important discoveries about green tea and Parkinson's disease that change how we should think about using it therapeutically. First, the amount of green tea matters significantly. The patients who showed the most dramatic brain-calming effects consumed 3 to 5 cups of properly brewed green tea daily, providing approximately 300 to 500 milligrams of EGCG. This is much more than the typical 1 cup many people drink. Second, the timing and method of brewing dramatically affect how much EGCG you get. Steeping green tea for 5 to 7 minutes in water that has cooled slightly after boiling, around 160 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, extracts the maximum EGCG without extracting excessive bitter tannins. Using tea bags multiple times reduces EGCG content significantly, so use fresh tea for each cup. Third, what you consume with your green tea affects EGCG absorption. Adding a squeeze of lemon or other citrus juice dramatically increases EGCG absorption, up to 6 times higher, according to some studies. The vitamin C in citrus helps stabilize EGCG in your digestive tract. Conversely, adding milk or consuming green tea with dairy products significantly reduces EGCG absorption because the proteins in milk bind to EGCG. Fourth, the timing of green tea consumption throughout the day matters. The study found that spreading green tea consumption across the day, morning, midday, and afternoon provided better sustained anti-inflammatory effects than drinking all your tea at once. Avoiding green tea in the evening is advisable for most people due to the caffeine content, which can interfere with sleep. The results from Parkinson's patients who consumed 3 to 5 cups of green tea daily, properly brewed with lemon and spread throughout the day, were significant. Within 2 to 4 weeks, many patients reported improved mental clarity and focus, slightly better mood and reduced anxiety, and improved motivation and reduced apathy. Within 6 to 8 weeks, objective measures showed reduced inflammatory markers in blood tests, and subjective reports indicated modest improvements in motor symptoms, including slightly reduced rigidity and improved fine motor control. Within 3 to 6 months, patients experienced noticeably slower symptom progression compared to before starting regular green tea consumption, better maintained cognitive function with less decline in memory and thinking skills, improved overall sense of well-being, and in some cases, improved medication response and effectiveness. Beyond EGCG, green tea contains other beneficial compounds that support brain health in Parkinson's disease. L-theanine is an amino acid unique to tea that promotes relaxation without sedation and may reduce anxiety common in Parkinson's. Catechins are a family of polyphenols that work synergistically with EGCG to provide antioxidant protection. Small amounts of caffeine can actually be beneficial in Parkinson's, as some studies suggest caffeine may have modest neuroprotective effects, though sensitive individuals should choose decaffeinated green tea. How should you incorporate green tea for maximum brain-calming effects? Here is a practical protocol based on the study findings. Use high-quality loose-leaf or bagged green tea. Japanese varieties like sencha or gyokuro tend to have higher EGCG content than Chinese varieties. Brew your tea properly by heating water to about 170 degrees Fahrenheit or letting boiled water cool for a few minutes. Then steep for 5 to 7 minutes. Add a squeeze of fresh lemon juice to each cup to enhance EGCG absorption. Aim for 3 to 5 cups spread throughout the day, perhaps 1 with or after breakfast, 1 mid-morning, 1 with or after lunch, 1 mid-afternoon, and avoid tea in the evening if caffeine affects your sleep. Drink your tea plain or with lemon, avoiding milk, cream, or dairy-based additions. Consider using a thermos to keep your tea at a good drinking temperature throughout the day. What about green tea extract supplements versus brewed tea? The study found that brewed green tea provided better results than green tea extract supplements, even when standardized for EGCG content. This is likely because brewed tea contains the full spectrum of beneficial compounds that work together synergistically, not just isolated EGCG. If you strongly dislike the taste of green tea or cannot consume it for some reason, a green tea extract supplement standardized to at least 50% EGCG can provide benefits. But start with a lower dose, as concentrated extracts can cause stomach upset in some people, and take supplements with food to enhance absorption and reduce the chance of stomach irritation. Are there any precautions or considerations with drinking 3 to 5 cups of green tea daily? Green tea is very safe for most people, but a few points deserve mention. Green tea contains caffeine, about 25 to 50 milligrams per cup, compared to 95 milligrams in coffee, which can worsen tremors in some people, cause anxiety or jitteriness in sensitive individuals, or interfere with sleep if consumed late in the day. If you are very sensitive to caffeine, start with 1 to 2 cups daily. Consider decaffeinated green tea, or stop consumption by 2 p.m. Green tea can reduce iron absorption when consumed with meals, which is generally not a problem, but could be an issue if you have iron deficiency anemia, in which case, drink your tea between meals rather than with meals. Very large amounts of green tea extract supplements, much more than you could get from brewed tea, have been associated with liver problems in rare cases, but this is not a concern with brewed tea. Green tea may interact with certain medications, including blood thinners, though the amounts in the study were generally safe. Inform your doctor about your green tea consumption. Now, let us put all 3 of these brain-calming foods together into a practical daily protocol that you can start implementing immediately. The beauty of these 3 foods, extra virgin olive oil, omega-3 rich fatty fish, and green tea, is that they work through complementary mechanisms to calm neuroinflammation from multiple angles. Extra virgin olive oil provides oleocanthal, which blocks inflammatory prostaglandin production. Fatty fish provides omega-3s, which actively resolve inflammation and support neuron membranes. Green tea provides EGCG, which inhibits inflammatory microglia activation and protects neurons. Together, these 3 foods create a powerful anti-inflammatory environment in your brain that can meaningfully reduce symptoms and slow disease progression. A practical daily protocol based on the 2024 study would look like this. In the morning, start your day with a cup of green tea with lemon while you prepare breakfast. For breakfast, have eggs or a vegetable omelette, cooked with 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, and if possible, add smoked salmon or other fatty fish. Mid-morning, enjoy a second cup of green tea with lemon. For lunch, have a large salad with leafy greens, vegetables, and grilled salmon or mackerel, dressed with 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil mixed with lemon juice or vinegar. Mid-afternoon, enjoy a third cup of green tea with lemon. For an early dinner, if you did not have fish at lunch, include a 4-ounce serving of fatty fish. Otherwise, have another protein source, along with roasted or sautéed vegetables. If you did not use much olive oil earlier, drizzle vegetables with extra virgin olive oil after cooking, or dip whole grain bread in olive oil. Throughout the day, ensure you have consumed 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 4 to 6 ounce serving of fatty fish, and 3 to 5 cups of green tea with lemon. What kind of results can you realistically expect from implementing all 3 of these brain-calming foods consistently? Based on the 2024 study and clinical experience, here is a realistic timeline. Within the first week, you may notice improved energy and slightly better mood as brain inflammation begins to decrease and the calming effects start. Within 2 to 4 weeks, many people experience noticeably improved mental clarity and focus, slightly reduced morning stiffness, better sleep quality, and reduced anxiety or restlessness. Within 6 to 8 weeks, more substantial benefits typically emerge, including measurably reduced inflammatory markers if blood tests are done, meaningful improvements in muscle rigidity and flexibility, modest reductions in tremor intensity for many patients, and improved overall sense of well-being. Within 3 to 6 months, the cumulative neuroprotective effects become apparent with noticeably slower symptom progression compared to before starting this protocol, better maintained motor function, improved cognitive performance with less decline, better medication response and effectiveness, and in some cases, reduced medication needs, though any medication changes must be discussed with your neurologist. Within 6 to 12 months, many patients report sustained improvements and a general slowing of disease progression that is apparent to both themselves and their healthcare providers. It is absolutely crucial to maintain realistic expectations about what these foods can and cannot do. These 3 brain-calming foods are not a cure for Parkinson's disease. They will not reverse neurological damage that has already occurred. They will not eliminate your symptoms completely, and they do not replace your prescribed medications or other treatments. However, they can meaningfully reduce neuroinflammation, which is a key driver of symptom severity and disease progression, slow down the rate at which your condition worsens, reduce the severity of your current symptoms, improve your quality of life in measurable ways, and potentially reduce your future medication needs or delay the need for medication increases. Are there any people with Parkinson's who should not follow this protocol? This nutritional approach is safe for the vast majority of Parkinson's patients. However, specific situations require caution or modification. If you take blood-thinning medications like warfarin, the combination of olive oil, omega-3s, and green tea may increase bleeding risk. Though the amounts in the study were generally safe, you should inform your doctor and possibly monitor your blood clotting times. If you have a seafood allergy, substitute the fatty fish with high-quality fish oil or algae-based omega-3 supplements. If you are very sensitive to caffeine, reduce the number of green tea cups or switch to decaffeinated green tea. If you have a history of kidney stones, particularly calcium oxalate stones, high amounts of green tea may not be advisable. Consult your doctor. If you have iron deficiency anemia, drink your green tea between meals rather than with meals to avoid inhibiting iron absorption. If you are on a calorie-restricted diet for weight management, account for the 360 calories from the 3 tablespoons of olive oil. As with any significant dietary change, it is wise to inform your neurologist and healthcare team, especially if you have other health conditions or take multiple medications. Beyond these 3 specific foods, several general strategies will maximize the brain-calming benefits of this protocol. Stay well hydrated by drinking plenty of water throughout the day, as dehydration can worsen inflammation. Avoid or minimize pro-inflammatory foods, including processed foods high in sugar and refined carbohydrates, trans fats, and excessive omega-6 vegetable oils, and excessive alcohol consumption. Prioritize good sleep, as poor sleep worsens neuroinflammation. Aim for 7 to 9 hours nightly and maintain consistent sleep and wake times. Manage stress through relaxation techniques, meditation, gentle exercise, or whatever works for you, as chronic stress promotes inflammation. Consider other anti-inflammatory lifestyle factors such as regular gentle exercise, social connection and engagement, and spending time in nature. Maintain consistency with this protocol, as the benefits are cumulative and require sustained implementation over months to achieve maximum effect. For people with Parkinson's disease who are struggling with symptoms driven by chronic neuroinflammation, implementing these 3 brain-calming foods offers a scientifically validated, practical, and powerful strategy. The 2024 research provides compelling evidence that extra virgin olive oil, omega-3, rich fatty fish, and green tea, consumed in the right amounts and in the right ways, can meaningfully calm the inflamed Parkinson's brain. Hundreds of patients in clinical studies have experienced real improvements by adopting these nutritional principles. The approach is accessible and affordable for most people. The combination addresses multiple inflammatory pathways simultaneously for comprehensive benefit, and the foods provide additional health benefits beyond just Parkinson's symptom management. If this video has brought you valuable information or a sense of hope, I would like to invite you to become part of our supportive community here at Beyond Parkinson. Living with Parkinson's disease presents unique challenges that often only those experiencing it truly understand. By subscribing to the Beyond Parkinson channel, you will have access to new videos every single week with evidence-based strategies for managing every aspect of Parkinson's disease, from cutting-edge nutritional research like what we discussed today to specific exercises that improve balance and mobility to practical tips for managing daily living challenges. Our commitment is to bring you content that truly makes a difference in your daily life. Information that is grounded in the latest scientific research, but explained in clear, simple, direct language that anyone can understand and apply immediately. Many of our subscribers report that the strategies learned here have transformed their symptom management, independence, and overall quality of life in ways they did not think were possible. To subscribe is very simple. Just click the subscribe button below this video and then click the notification bell to be alerted whenever we publish new content. Remember, you are not alone in this journey with Parkinson's disease, and every small step forward counts toward better symptom management and quality of life. We want to follow your progress, celebrate your victories with you, and support you through the inevitable challenges. Every improvement matters, whether it is reduced stiffness in the morning, fewer tremors during meals, better mental clarity throughout the day, or simply feeling more like yourself again. We are here to help you achieve many more of these meaningful victories through evidence-based strategies. Thank you for being with us today and trusting us with your time and attention. We hope to see you in our next video where we will continue exploring breakthrough approaches to living better with Parkinson's disease. Take very good care of yourself, and remember that knowledge combined with action is one of the most powerful tools you have in managing this condition. You now know about 3 scientifically proven foods that can calm your inflamed brain, so start implementing this protocol today and pay attention to how your body and brain respond over the coming weeks and months. Your journey to better symptom management starts with small, consistent steps, and you have just taken an important one by learning this information.